Hong Kong's parliament passed a controversial law on China's national anthem, under which the desecration or ridicule of the anthem would be a punishable offense. According to Reuters, the law was passed at a time when China's parliament approved the direct implementation of national security legislation on Hong Kong in order to deal with insurgency, rebellion, terrorism and foreign interference. With regard to national security legislation, America, Britain, Australia and Canada had opposed China. According to National Anthem Bill, primary and secondary school students in Hong Kong will be taught the March of the Veterans National Anthem, and its historical events and manners will be memorized. The criticism of the US and Britain makes China look outraged, and critics believe that the enforcement of the law will end the limited freedom of semi-autonomous Hong Kong. As per the law of national anthem, if anyone commits a crime of desecration of China's national anthem, he may be sentenced to 3 years imprisonment and a fine of $6,450. According to the report, Hong Kong's parliament was disrupted when two pro-democracy lawmakers protested against more amendments to the proposed bill and walked out. Lawmaker Eddie Chu and Ray Chan arrived in front of the chamber and threw the suspicious liquid, which was immediately followed by the guards who captured both lawmakers. Later, Eddie Chu said, "A killer state is always smelly. What we did today is to remind the world that the Chinese Communist Party should never be forgiven for killing its own people 31 years ago." UK handed over the city to China in 1991. Since then, China has ruled the city under one country, two systems framework. The Chinese government introduced the law in the National People's Congress, about which a parliamentary spokesperson said would strengthen the enforcement of mechanism in the city. A day before the approval of the law, the US had terminated the special status of Hong Kong under its laws, which would pave the way for the city to end trade concessions, because the US has also accused China of ending the autonomous status of the area. When US and Britain criticized China, China warned Britain that in case of interference in Hong Kong, it would have to respond appropriately. Britain had given an intent to grant citizenship to Hong Kong citizens, responding to China's implementation of the national security law in Hong Kong. Prime Minister of UK, Boris Johnson, said that Hong Kong residents worried about Beijing's control of the International Business Centre in London would not be left alone. Additionally, there are violent protests going on in Hong Kong against China. At least 300 people were arrested by police last day during ongoing protests and clashes against China's controversial national security law.